Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video, and today we're talking shotguns. Specifically if shotguns are bad now, and that's buckshot shotguns rather than slug shotguns, as they work differently and the slugs don't seem to have one of the issues that I'm going to discuss today. Now you have this video to watch because I've been seeing a fair few comments since the recent patch that basically say shotguns are useless now or have been broken, and other such similar statements. This made me curious, and I decided to throw some shotguns on for a while so that I can weigh in with my opinion on the subject, and thus this video was born. Now if you end up finding it helpful or enjoyable, then it would be awesome if you could hit the like button for me. With that being said, let's get into this. So essentially there are two issues regarding shotguns and how they've changed. The first one is that the recent patch that dropped with the Turning Tides DLC reduced auto-rotation in Battlefield 1. So essentially auto-rotation users can't snap to target anywhere near as easily as they used to, which I personally think is a great change. If you're not sure what auto-rotation is, it's the mechanic that pulls you to the target if you aim close enough to them. It's now a lot weaker and pulls you to the nearest part of them rather than to center mass. And I figured if this was the reason that people were complaining, then it was just an ease of use issue and they'd have to get used to it. I've made one or two videos before where I played both with and without auto-rotation on a shotgun and found it absolutely fine. I'll link to them in the description if you're interested in seeing them. So with this in mind, I fully expected to end up saying that there's nothing wrong with shotguns and people just need to adapt and practice to not having auto-rotation to do the work for them. But then, as I was recording, I found that something else absolutely did feel different. This is issue number 2. I'm not sure what to call it other than to say that buckshot shotguns feel weird now. I've checked everywhere I can think of and there's been no official mention of a shotgun change being implemented in the patch. It's not the altered shotgun blast dispersion that is set to come in the weapon patch update at some point. This appears to be some mystery change that hasn't had any coverage. Basically, the pellets from a shotgun now feel like they have extremely slow velocity. More than that, it feels like each pellet has its own velocity. Plus the damage can feel horribly delayed even after the slow bullet velocity. You'll hit the enemy, but then it won't really kick in until a little after it. It's really weird to play with. You may have seen a few examples so far in the footage, and there'll be more to come. Stuff like I'll shoot an enemy and then fire a follow-up shot as their death animation kicks in because the game has only just registered that they've died to a shotgun blast. Now of course I considered that this could be lag, but I've essentially counted that out now, as this was happening with a shotgun in a few different lobbies. It wasn't happening with other weapons, and my searching of the internet has found other people describing similar experiences. I also have Dame Over's feedback to support my claim. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description if you aren't subscribed to him yet. If you like my stuff, go and watch his, see if you like it as well, drop a sub if you do. So we were trying to play together and of course ended up placed on different teams a few times and unable to swap. So when I killed him with a shotgun, he was able to give me his feedback as to what happened, and it was equally strange from his perspective. I have an example coming up where at the start of the clip I hit him but the damage is delayed and he seemingly then dies afterwards around the corner. It's way off and he immediately mentioned it to me in game without me saying anything at all. Look here, I land my damage but it's then delayed and he goes down after breaking line of sight. I don't really know how to explain this. It doesn't feel realistic at all and leaves both parties feeling confused. Also, when you're hit by a shotgun now, it feels like a stream of bullets are hitting you and it's a very unpleasant sound and experience. Essentially, I feel like this change or bug needs to be reversed. The auto-rotation nerf should be enough to bring shotguns to where they need to be because you're not able to pop shot like before, and the eventual weapon patch to give a cone spread dispersion should be able to fine-tune this if done properly when we eventually get it. So are shotguns useless now? No. But are they broken? Kinda, yeah. They can still dominate where they're supposed to, in tight areas of maps or in smaller game modes such as domination, but they don't feel reliable or realistic at all now. They're kind of unpleasant to use as well as being unpleasant to play against. You'll sometimes blast people up close and they'll somehow tank the damage and carry on, or you'll hit someone and they'll eventually die when it looked as if they were going to survive it somehow. You can still do well, but it's just kind of off. It's not great overall, and I would like to see DICE comment on the issue, as I can't seem to find it anywhere. If you have any information that I haven't managed to find, then please share it in the comments below, and also let me know what you think of shotguns at the minute if you've used them. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I linked to my full shotgun guide in the description as well if you'd like to improve your shotgun gameplay. Feel free to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.